Wait till you see what's coming. Those are the words of Border Czar Tom Homan when he asked if sanctuary city leaders could be arrested. Wait till you see what's coming. And boy, Democrats definitely panicked after that. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers quickly released a video message saying how this is, again, a threat to democracy. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez taunted him and basically said, come and get her. But you know what, guys? These people are just getting in the way of the mandate of the American people that they gave President Trump and his administration. I mean, just look at what they've accomplished. The White House released a fact sheet revealing just how dramatically illegal immigration has been reduced along the southern border and how many illegal immigrants and migrants have been arrested and deported. Since the Trump administration returned back in power, daily border encounters have fallen 93% and migrant crossings are down 99.99%. Encounters with gotaways, illegal migrants who successfully avoid Border Patrol apprehension and considered to be a top public safety threat are down by 95%. But then you have Evers and AOC and goodness knows how many other Democrats fighting this progress every step of the way. I mean, remember the county judge charged with obstructing an arrest of an undocumented person? She was a Wisconsin official too, just like Evers. Evers said he's not afraid. AOC said come for her. Well, Homan said just wait until you see what's coming. And hey guys, I keep getting messages from you guys, comments saying, hey Ron, I keep missing your videos. I keep missing the breaking news. Can you please make sure I get notified? So I've taken care of you guys. All you got to do is hit the link in the description down below this video or in the pinned comment and join the breaking news newsletter. That's it. Totally free. President Trump just pulled federal funding for left-wing media organizations NPR and PBS. So that's the mouthpiece of the liberals taken care of. According to President Trump's executive order, neither outlet presents a fair, accurate, or unbiased portrayal of current events to tax-paying citizens, and that Americans have the right to expect that if their tax dollars fund public broadcasting at all, they fund only fair, accurate, unbiased, and nonpartisan news coverage. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Just in NPR's coverage of the origins of COVID alone, you could see that their bias was with the headlines like "Scientists Debunk Lab Accident Theory of Pandemic Emergence." And as Trump pushes theory of virus origins, some see parallels in lead up to Iraq war. Plus, there's been recent findings that NPR and PBS both received significantly more taxpayer funding in fiscal year 2023 than they had indicated on their tax returns. So not only have they been draining away at taxpayer money, they've been lying about how much money they've been getting. All of this while Democrats have been not so secretly hoping for an economic crash that hasn't happened yet under President Trump. Hey, by the way, guys, you've got to check out the Inner Circle. This is where our true supporters get exclusive access to content that I just can't share here, completely commercial free. It's also the best way to keep this channel going strong. So if you want to be a part of something special, join us over there. Links in the description or in the pinned comment down below. Now, there's a reason why key Democrats are scrambling, issuing rushed video statements and trying to scare people with a recession. I can already see it. They've got a legal move that's already in motion, and once it's made public, it won't just put sanctuary city leaders on notice. It could trigger a political domino effect that reaches all the way to Biden's inner circle. Trust me, guys, what's coming next is what they are truly afraid of. Just listen to Border Czar Tom Homan. Wait till you see. Here, check it out straight from the man himself.
Mr. Homan, will you take some questions? Gateway Pundit.
I got two questions. I got another media interview. What do you got?
All right.
The microphone, please, sir.
Mr. Homan, hey, Jordan Conradson with the Gateway Pundit. So, the president signed an executive order just this week threatening to defund sanctuary cities for their policies. Why not just arrest the leaders who are harboring and shielding illegal aliens, actually terrorists, from deportation?
Wait to see what's coming.
Okay. And, well, real quick, your comments on the Wisconsin governor sending directives to state agencies to not comply with ICE and actually stop your deportation efforts.
Wait to see what's coming.
Any updates on the
I
military?
meant what I said. You cannot support what we're doing. And you can support sanctuary cities. That's what you want to do. But if you cross that line of impediment or knowingly harboring, concealing illegal alien, that is a felony. And we're treated as such.
I mean, seriously, if President Trump's our leader, then Tom Homan's the classic American hero. He's a true man who stands up to enemies of our country and respects our president that won both the Electoral College and the popular vote. In my uncle's words, Tom is an alpha male. He knows he's in the right because he loves Americans and believes citizens first. And Democratic leaders, they know it too. That's why they're coming out with their rush propaganda like Evers and AOC are doing. Here, watch.
Now, I'm used to Republicans and the right wing lying about me. It comes with the job. But this time, these lies came at a cost. I haven't broken the law, I haven't committed a crime, and I've never encouraged or directed anyone to break any laws or commit any crimes. But when President Trump's hand-picked appointee, Tom Homan, was asked about me in this guidance after he apparently threatened to arrest elected officials across the country, he said, "Wait till you see what's coming. Wait till you see what's coming." Overnight, Republican lawmakers piled on, encouraging the Trump administration to arrest me. Showing threats like this should be of concern to every Wisconsinite and every American who cares about this country and the values held here. We live in the United States of America, folks. We are a country of laws. The rule of law matters. Following the law matters. In this country, the federal government doesn't get to abuse its power to threaten everyday Americans. In this country, the federal government doesn't get to arrest American citizens who have not committed a crime. In this country, we don't threaten to persecute people just because they belong to a different political party. These threats represent a concerning trajectory in this country. We now have a federal government that will threaten or arrest an elected official or even everyday American citizens who have broken no laws, committed no crimes, and done nothing wrong.
Now, seriously, the governors and the mayors of these sanctuary cities, they should have already been taken care of on day one, right alongside with the criminal immigrants that they've been protecting. I mean, AOC's even taunting Homan to come for her. Check this out.
Tom Homan, then acting director of ICE, said that he was going to threaten to refer me to the DOJ because I'm using my free speech rights in order to advise people of their constitutionally guaranteed protections. And he may want to do it again today. And to that I say, come for me. This is about all of our privacy and all of our civil rights. But what we've also been doing is I've been hosting Know Your Rights seminars through my office so that communities across our district understand what their rights are. If ICE knocks on your door, they do not have carte blanche to enter. Point blank period. If they do want to knock on your door, or knock on anyone's door, including your workplace, you can tell them, show me a warrant. Show me a judicial warrant. And if they don't show you a warrant, you can say you can come back with a warrant. You have the right to turn them away unless they have the proper paperwork or are coming in the proper way.
Look, I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now, guys. In only 100 days, the Trump administration has done more to fix our illegal immigration crisis than the Democrats have in years. And honestly, it's not even close. The numbers are jaw-dropping. Since the Trump administration returned to power only about 100 and so days ago, daily border encounters have fallen 93% and migrant crossings are down by 99.99%. Just think about that for a second. That's not a minor blip. That is a complete shutdown of what was an open floodgate under Biden. And if you're wondering just how dangerous the flood really was, well, check this out. During the Biden era, the average number of monthly border encounters was nearly 160,000. And the daily average of border encounters peaked at 15,000. Now, that's basically an entire town showing up at your border every single day. And now, thanks to President Trump and his team, fewer than 7,200 border encounters were recorded in March of 2025. That is the lowest monthly number of border encounters in recorded history. I mean, let's be real. This wasn't a matter of luck. It was a direct result of some good old-fashioned White House leadership, something that we really haven't seen in a long time since Trump. So yeah, I understand why Democrats are out here throwing these tantrums. Governor Tony Evers in Wisconsin, instead of helping secure the border, he's putting out memos telling state employees not to cooperate collaborate with federal immigration agents. I'm not making this stuff up, guys. His guidance literally told people to call their lawyer and avoid answering questions from ICE, even if those agents had a warrant. So really, it's not about protecting rights with these people. It's more about getting in the way of justice. This is why Tom Homan is the perfect man for the job. The man is laser focused, and he said it plain and clear. Joe Biden was the first president in the history of this nation who came in office and unsecured a border on purpose. That is a fact. And he's right. We had the most secure border under Trump's first term, and Biden undid it on purpose. And now we have the most secure border again in the history of this nation. The numbers prove it. Tom Homan said it. President Trump's policies are saving lives every day. Really, it's just so much more than stopping illegal crossings. It's about stopping criminals, gangs, and deadly drugs. The White House says it has arrested more than 151,000 illegal migrants and deported more than 135,000 in its first 100 days. Roughly 600 Trende Aragua gang members and thousands of other MS-13 gangbangers have been arrested or deported during this time. Meanwhile, fentanyl traffic along with the U.S.-Mexico border dropped by 54% compared to the same time last year. And Mexican authorities, under the pressure of the Trump team, arrested more than 6,000 traffickers and seized 1,500 kilograms of fentanyl. This is the largest seizure in the country's history. That's massive. Well, guys, the great wealth transfer is in full effect. Our freedoms are being stolen, guys. Credit card companies are out to get us. And if you don't understand the game, well, you end up getting played by the game. Now, if you're anything like me, guys, you were probably out of shape, maybe in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and just feeling like the system is just completely taking advantage of you. I remember for a long time, I could rarely ever get any time to spend with my wife. And through trial and error and through a lot of pain, I figured out how to gain freedom and also lose a lot of weight and actually get in shape. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was a game changer. To no longer be living paycheck to paycheck, figuring out how to get the credit cards to pay me, the power of a strong credit score. I pay thousands of dollars less per year for the same house as my neighbor just because my credit is better than his is. And this is not to brag. But this is the truth. The banks are literally taking advantage of the poor. It's like the people who can least afford it, they're charging the poor what is like unofficially called a poor tax or a tax on the poor. I'm now at a point where, number one, I don't pay for credit cards. In fact, credit card companies pay me to use their cards. And I figured out how to build a lifestyle that is just ultimately very, very healthy. I lost a tremendous amount of weight and I put on a lot of muscle. But when I was struggling, I wish I knew people who knew these things. So anyway, I decided to create a community of like-minded people who are also interested, just like me, in living better. So if you guys want to join my community, it's called the Liberty Pursuit Network. It is brand new. Come on over. I'd love to have you guys and join like-minded people. Be positively motivated by others who are also on the same pursuit. So I'm going to leave a link for you guys so you can join me over on the Life Pursuit Network in the description down below this video. So check it out, guys, and let's not be a victim of this great wealth transfer that is taking place right now. But still, Democrats are treating this like some kind of a fascist takeover. Evers called Tom Homan's warning chilling. AOC said, "Come for me," like this is some kind of a superhero movie. No, it's law enforcement. It's literally the job of the federal government to enforce immigration laws. And if you get in the way of that, that is a felony, and we'll treat it as such, according to Tom Homan. So let's talk about that judge in Milwaukee, Judge Hannah Dugan, who was arrested for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant escape out of a side door at the courthouse. And the left, oh, they're freaking out. They're saying the Trump administration is persecuting officials. No, folks, according to the president, we cannot let these people stay, and the courts are allowing them to stay. We're just not going to allow it. No matter how much Democrats try, this is not about political revenge. It's federal law, and it's finally being enforced again. Because here's the thing. Democrats are not panicking because they're being persecuted. They're panicking because their ability to ignore the law is being taken away. That's it. For years, they've built up this sanctuary system where illegal immigrants could just hide with zero consequences, and now that system is collapsing. Trump even signed an executive order to start pulling federal funding from sanctuary cities and states that refuse to comply with immigration law. We're talking about taking some serious accountability here, and the American people are all for it. This administration is proving that when you actually have the guts to enforce our laws, things get better. fast. So to all the critics that are out there crying about intimidation and authoritarianism, save it. Because what you're really upset about is that the Trump administration is winning. And to quote Homan one more time, wait till you see what's coming. And just when Democrats thought it couldn't get any worse, Trump cut off their favorite media megaphones, NPR and PBS. Yep, the taxpayer gravy train is over, and the reason why is definitely causing another Democratic meltdown. Now, quick note, if you guys are enjoying the breakdown so far, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Tap the notification bell so you definitely do not miss what is coming next. All right, check this out.
President Trump signed an executive order cutting federal money to PBS and NPR. The president alleges bias in the broadcasters' reporting, but PBS's CEO reacting just a short time ago, saying this order, quote, threatens our ability to serve the American public with educational programming, something we've done for the past 50 years. Now, on social media, the president posting, quote, these outlets receive millions from taxpayers to, quote, spread radical woke propaganda disguised as news. Now, this is the latest move from the Trump administration to utilize the federal powers that he has to control institutions whose viewpoints he opposes. Now, PBS reportedly receives 16% of its funding from the government. NPR's is less than 1%. In a hearing just last month before the House DOJ committee, we heard from the head of PBS and NPR defending their outlets.
PBS programming and the services that local stations provide bring Americans together. It is valued, needed, and trusted by the American people.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, guys. And I know for a fact that a lot of Americans are sick and tired of these people trying to shame us for who we are as a nation. For decades, these organizations have painted themselves as neutral public servants when they've actually been pushing a very clear and very partisan agenda, all while being bankrolled by, you know who? Us, the American taxpayer. Trump's executive order put it very plainly. Unlike in 1967 when the CPB was established, today the media landscape is filled with abundant, diverse, and innovative news options. Government funding of news media in this environment is not only outdated and unnecessary, but it's corrosive to the appearance of journalistic independence. And he's absolutely right. We're in a digital era with endless news sources, like this one right here. Why are taxpayers still being forced to subsidize biased content masquerading as public service journalism? Plus, both news outlets are underreporting how much money they're actually getting. NPR claimed just $40,000 from taxpayers this year, but in reality, they were sitting on $388.5 million in total assets. PBS, even worse, $641.23 million in total assets, and its CEO was pulling over $1 million in salary and other compensation. But they still want more of your money while spinning the news to match a progressive narrative. Yeah. The taxpayers are done with all of that. The Trump administration's message is very clear. If you're going to lie to the public, slant the news, and protect your political allies, you're not going to be doing it on the taxpayer's dime. This is one more way President Trump is actually making America great again by restoring fairness, cutting waste, and breaking the grip on a media establishment that has been held up by our taxpayer money for way too long. And make no mistake, the Democrats are fuming over this. You can see it all over the headlines, the social media meltdowns, the sudden number of articles that they've been writing. Why? Because nothing is going according to their script. They started off April with all kinds of hope, but by the end of the month, those hopes had mostly crumbled into ash. Why? Because the U.S. economy was still intact. That's right, guys. After President Trump rolled out his Liberation Day tariffs, Wall Street freaked out. The media cheered on panic, and Democrats were practically lighting candles for an economic collapse. But then, no apocalypse happened. President Trump adjusted, took a step back, once again showed what real leadership looks like. And suddenly, April ended and May began with the stock market above where it was a month ago and with a job report far better than what Wall Street expected. Now, seriously, guys, Democrats, they've been banking on Trump's failure from the get-go because America's success under President Trump is salt in the wounds of every Trump-hating progressive who's stacked their last decade of existence upon going against him. Now, really, it's personal for these people because his wins expose their failures, and they just can't stand it. So here's the real question. Do you think that the Democrats are just too far gone to let this country win again? Drop a quick yes or no in the comments down below, guys, and don't hold back. Also, be sure to check out the recommended videos coming up. They go even deeper into everything that the mainstream media will not tell you. Anyway, Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for hitting the like button and subscribing. We'll see you next time.